I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it. It's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
Civil complaint, simply allegations, need to be proven in a court of law. But if true, it could rise to the level of criminality. And, we'll see what happens after the DA looks and investigates.
In a stunning turn of events that caught both the public and industry insiders off guard, Jay-Z's legal battles took an unexpected twist. Just when it seemed like the pressure on him couldn't possibly intensify any further, news broke that the mogul had been acquitted in a high-profile lawsuit accusing him of unspeakable acts with his longtime associate, Diddy CMS. However, this wasn't a simple legal victory or a case of expert defense. No, the truth runs far deeper. Rumors are swirling about a covert federal operation, hidden deals, and secret negotiations that are giving rise to an entirely new story. How did Jay-Z manage to slip through the cracks while others continue to face mounting consequences? Let's dive in and uncover what really happened.
And here's the thing. Even if the statute of limitations ran, it doesn't stop her from filing a police report. It doesn't stop her from giving a statement to the police. It still backs up some things. And don't forget, in federal court, he could still be swept up into a RICO. There could be other sorts of actions that took place over time, and all of those would relate back.
From the moment the allegations against Jay-Z emerged, it was clear this wouldn't be your typical lawsuit. The accusations were severe, serious enough to ruin reputations, destroy legacies, and send shockwaves through the entire industry. But if the public thought the billionaire rapper would fold under the pressure, they were mistaken. Jay-Z fought back fiercely, denying the charges and accusing his accuser of attempting to extort him. In a series of statements, he painted himself as a man under attack, not only by the individual accusing him, but by a wider conspiracy designed to entangle him in a situation he insisted he had no part in.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
As Jay-Z's legal team fought the case in court, something strange began to unfold. What initially seemed like a simple civil lawsuit quickly morphed into something far more complex and sinister. Behind the scenes, whispers spread that federal investigators were now closely watching the case, not due to the allegations against Jay-Z himself, but because of what those allegations could uncover about a larger network of illicit activities. This is when the FBI allegedly became involved, setting the stage for a shocking turn of events.
In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?"
Insiders revealed that the feds saw more than just a legal battle in the lawsuit against Jay-Z. They saw an opportunity to unravel a much bigger story. For years, rumors of a secretive underworld involving top figures in the entertainment industry had been circulating, with allegations of misconduct, exploitation, and power struggles casting a shadow over some of the most famous names in music. But while gossip is one thing, evidence is another. The lawsuit involving Jay-Z and Diddy, insiders claim, provided the FBI with a golden opportunity to dig deeper and start connecting the dots. Now, here's the bombshell. Sources close to the case suggest that Jay-Z wasn't just fighting to clear his name. He was under intense pressure from federal agents. Allegedly, the FBI approached him with an ultimatum: cooperate with their ongoing investigation, share information about other influential figures involved, or face being pulled into a much larger legal mess. For Jay-Z, the stakes were astronomical. On one side, he was confronting accusations that could destroy his carefully curated public image forever. On the other, he was being asked to betray a close associate, participating in one of the most high-stakes gambles in modern entertainment history.
He put that gun back in his waist and got caught coming out this club with it. Puff had enough security there.
However, why did the FBI target Jay-Z in the first place to realize that you need to consider his connections? Their friendship became a symbol of their mutual ascent to the top of the entertainment industry. But as the saying goes, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. For federal investigators, Jay-Z and Diddy's association was more than just a friendship. It was a potential link in a much larger chain of alleged wrongdoing. Their relationship began in the early days of their careers, when they were not just musical collaborators but also partners in building empires.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
When the lawsuit was amended to include Jay-Z's name, the FBI reportedly saw it as an opportunity to apply pressure. The logic was simple. With his pristine public image and reputation as a family man, Jay-Z had the most to lose. While others might have been willing to face the music, the feds allegedly believed Jay-Z would do whatever it took to protect his legacy, family, and billion-dollar empire. And according to insiders, they were right. Negotiations reportedly began behind closed doors. Jay-Z's legal team, led by the aggressive and often controversial Alex SPO, worked to broker a deal that would keep their client out of deeper legal trouble. While the specifics of the alleged deal remain unclear, one thing is certain: Jay-Z's cooperation changed the game. Some speculate he provided key information about Diddy's alleged involvement in various incidents that federal investigators have been investigating for years. Others suggest his role was more about corroborating evidence the feds had already gathered. Regardless, the outcome was the same. Jay-Z walked out of court a free man, while the spotlight turned squarely onto Diddy and his alleged co-conspirators.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make.
Naturally, there has been a great deal of impact from this turnout, and both fans and detractors have expressed their disbelief on social media. Some have even commended Jay-Z for his ability to handle what appeared like an impossible circumstance. Legal experts have weighed in, calling the case a masterclass in damage control and crisis management, while others have accused him of betrayal. The hashtag Jay-Z deal swiftly became viral, with people analyzing every step he's taken since the accusations first surfaced.
It's interesting because, you know, obviously this civil suit was coming for a while, and there was some talk between Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers. I think both Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers are really alphas, so...
The real question now is, what happens next? With Jay-Z seemingly in the clear, all eyes have turned to Diddy, who remains tangled in an ever-growing web of legal troubles. While the FBI's investigation is far from over, one thing is certain: the entertainment industry is bracing for more bombshells. If the rumors are true and Jay-Z has agreed to testify or provide evidence in future cases, the ripple effects could be massive. For now, though, Jay-Z remains silent, letting his legal team and carefully crafted public statements handle the situation. As the dust settles, questions about the broader implications of this case linger. What does it reveal about the power dynamics in Hollywood and the music industry? How many other high-profile figures could be implicated as the investigation progresses? And perhaps most importantly, how far was Jay-Z willing to go to protect his reputation and empire? These are the questions that will fuel speculation in the weeks and months to come.
You know, a lot of times lawsuits are like playing poker. Like even when you feign, you know, that you have strength, it could be that you have some weakness in your case. So Busby's never going to say that he doesn't have the evidence. I mean, Busby's always going to say he's got the evidence. He's always going to say, oh, we're going to look at multiple other people, we're going to do all this, because he wants to put that fear.
And just like that, the story moves into its next chapter. Jay-Z may have dodged a bullet, but the controversy is far from over. The public is watching, the industry is buzzing, and the key players are preparing for what promises to be an explosive continuation of this saga. The stage is set, the stakes are higher than ever, and the world is waiting to see how it all unfolds. Jay-Z's acquittal wasn't just a legal victory, it was a cultural earthquake. The decision sparked heated debates about justice, loyalty, and morality. While the courtroom drama may have concluded, the public spectacle is only just beginning. Some praise Jay-Z as a genius for navigating legal and federal hurdles with precision, while others cast him in a far darker light. Was he a victim of circumstances, or did he manipulate the system to his advantage, leaving others to take the fall? And what about the victims, the insiders, and those in his orbit? This wasn't just a legal case. It was a story of power, betrayal, and the secrets that bind some of the most influential figures in the entertainment industry.
Like a short win. It's really much more of a loss for the legal team of Jay-Z and Diddy.
Why would you say that? Because the judge was kind of harsh to Jay-Z and Diddy in her response?
Yeah, this is sort of like, you know, if a child asks you for something and you're trying to like teach them a lesson, you say, no, not right now. You know, go be good for a little while, then come back and ask me.
As whispers of Jay-Z's alleged deal with the FBI began to spread, attention shifted from the legal details of the case to its human cost. Many wondered how those who had accused him felt as they watched one of the most powerful figures in music walk away unscathed. While Jay-Z's legal team celebrated their victory, anonymous sources close to the accuser began to speak out. These insiders expressed frustration and anger, claiming that the acquittal was a slap in the face to those seeking justice. One source reportedly said, "It feels like the system is rigged for people like him. He has the money, the connections, and the influence. What chance did she really have?" This sentiment was echoed by others, who believed that Jay-Z's ability to evade the case had less to do with his innocence and more to do with his ability to play the game at the highest level.
And he's gone on to do incredible things, but he has a very specific style. And there's a lot of people who don't like that style. And Judge Torres is one of them. He's now twice kind of taken the reins and tried to take control of the narrative of cases by putting on sort of these preemptive press conferences. He did it with Mayor Adams, and he did it now with Jay-Z, where he goes to the press and essentially puts on a PowerPoint.
As more information about the case came to light, music industry insiders who had watched Jay-Z and Diddy rise to prominence shared their thoughts, describing a world in which betrayal was frequently used as a tactic and loyalty was valued as money. In their early years, one former associate described the two moguls as inseparable, highlighting their brotherly bond and mutual support. However, they noted that in the music industry, loyalty frequently lasted only as long as it served a purpose, and when it didn't, survival instincts took precedence.
Alex Spiro doing the exact opposite thing to help his client, but the judge really didn't like it. And so all of that is to say that this ruling to me is specifically directed at Alex Spiro, saying, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like all the motions you're filing. I don't like how you're going about handling this case. And if you continue to do it, you're not the only one who's got some tricks up their sleeve. I can also do things to make this process more difficult.
This observation takes on greater significance when examining the history between Jay-Z and Diddy. Their relationship went beyond simple collaboration. They symbolized a new era in hip-hop, one defined by ambition, sharp business instincts, and an unrelenting drive for success. From their joint projects in the late 1990s to their shared appearances at high-profile events, their friendship became as central to their brand as their music. They were often seen celebrating together at exclusive parties, exchanging compliments in interviews, and applauding each other's milestones. However, insiders suggest that the dynamics behind the scenes were far more complex. Cracks in their friendship were reportedly always there. Some argue that Diddy's flamboyant persona and extravagant lifestyle often overshadowed Jay-Z's more reserved approach, which focused on letting his work speak for itself. Others point to Jay-Z's rapid rise, culminating in his status as hip-hop's first billionaire, as a source of tension. Diddy, accustomed to being at the pinnacle of success, reportedly struggled with the emergence of Jay-Z's even more expansive empire. In such a fiercely competitive industry, these shifts in power and prominence did not go unnoticed.
He is very, very dominant. Like, he wants to control the situation. He wants to control his inner circle. He wants to make everyone have a good time and enjoy his parties. And so, you know, it is scary because you think, you know, this person or possibly his social network or the people he's around could make or break your career.
Despite these alleged conflicts, the two have remained publicly united up to this point. With Diddy facing numerous legal issues and Jay-Z walking free, many are questioning whether their friendship was ever sincere or just a convenience. Could Jay-Z's alleged cooperation with federal authorities be viewed as the ultimate betrayal, or was it a necessary step to protect himself and his family? The answer probably depends on who you ask.
If you say the wrong thing or you complain or I don't know, there's an element where you're just, I guess manipulated in a way to make you feel like, oh, you have to please everyone around you. You can't say anything wrong. You don't want to say a bad thing, or when they're constantly asking you, would you like to do drugs? And you're like, well, I don't do drugs. And they're like, well, why don't you do drugs?
For some, Jay-Z's actions are a testament to his intelligence and strategic thinking. Here is a man who has spent decades building an empire, navigating the often treacherous waters of the entertainment industry with skill and precision. From his early days as a streetwise hustler in Brooklyn to his current status as a global icon, Jay-Z has always played the long game. His ability to outmaneuver opponents, both in business and in life, has earned him a reputation as one of the shrewdest players in the game. He's not just a rapper or a businessman, said one industry veteran. He's a chess master. And in chess, you don't win by playing nice. You win by making the tough moves, even if it means sacrificing a few pieces along the way. But not everyone sees it that way. Critics argue that Jay-Z's intelligence and strategic thinking are precisely what make his alleged actions so troubling. They point to his history of legal and personal controversies, suggesting that this latest chapter is just part of a larger pattern of behavior. From his 1999 arrest following a nightclub altercation to his rumored involvement in various behind-the-scenes power plays, Jay-Z has never been a stranger to controversy. While his supporters argue that these incidents are merely the cost of doing business at his level, his detractors view them as evidence of a man who will stop at nothing to get what he wants.
He was using, allegedly, these events to invite them back to these private mansion parties and hotel parties and God knows what else. But he was utilizing the branded events to be able to, get the girls to come over to his private space.
In one particularly vehement statement, Jay-Z wrote, "I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children," for his supporters. This contrast is perhaps best exemplified by his response to the accusations against him, even though he has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. His public statements have frequently taken on a defiant tone, as if daring his accusers to prove their claims. For his detractors, these remarks were little more than a planned attempt to divert attention away from the charges, serving as a potent reminder of Jay-Z's origins and his dedication to his principles.
There is so many people involved in this situation that works the machine here, that, Diddy's obviously the head of the whole situation. The king of parties, but there is multiple other people involved that are helping along the situation or, participating in some way, because
then there's the question of Jay-Z's other alleged misdeeds. While the recent lawsuit has dominated headlines, it's far from the only controversy he's faced throughout his career. Over the years, Jay-Z has been linked to a number of incidents that have raised doubts about his character. From his early days in the music industry, when rumors of shady business dealings were widespread, to his more recent legal battles, Jay-Z's past is filled with stories that paint a very different picture from the one he presents to the public. Although many of these stories remain unproven, they've helped shape a narrative that Jay-Z is not just a survivor, but a manipulator, someone who knows how to bend the rules to his advantage. As the dust continues to settle, one thing is clear: the story of Jay-Z's acquittal is far from over. With Diddy's legal troubles still unfolding and rumors of further investigations swirling, the spotlight remains fixed on the world of hip-hop and its most powerful players. While Jay-Z may have won this particular battle, the war is far from finished. The entertainment industry is a realm of shifting alliances, hidden agendas, and high-stakes games. In this world, nothing is ever as it seems, and the truth is often far more complicated than anyone could have imagined.
I agree. And the risk of flight was always going to be a tough argument for the government because obviously Combs voluntarily came to New York. He surrendered his passports through his lawyer. He could have fled after the March raids of his Miami and Los Angeles homes, but he didn't. He has access to 2 private jets. I think it was a tougher argument. I know the government made the argument, but clearly the best argument was the dangerousness and the witness tampering. They had much more evidence.
Will Jay-Z's purported collaboration with federal authorities result in additional disclosures regarding the inner workings of the music industry? Will legal issues bring down other well-known individuals? Perhaps most importantly, what does this story teach us about justice and power loyalty in a world where the stakes are higher than ever? Give your thoughts and start the conversation until the next time. For now, goodbye, and stay tuned for more celebrity rumors and intrigue.